Because of certain indiscreet remarks by Don Imus and Howard Stern, WNBC Radio apologizes to the following: the National Organization for Women, the New York chapter of Hadassah, Governor Cuomo, the New York Jets, the United States Congress, both houses, Nassau Community College, the Gay Men's Choir, Sons of Italy, Rabbi Arthur Selkowitz, my wife,
66 WNBC. If we weren't so bad, we wouldn't be so good.
Queen Elizabeth, Mayor Koch.
Hi, New York. You know, before I was a comedian, I was a guitar player. And I wanted to be the best, but I wasn't. Just like a lot of radio stations try to be K-Rock, and they're not, because K-Rock is the best. It's the best classic rock and roll you're going to find, and they have it all day. And they have Howard Stern in the morning. And we don't mean to laugh in the face of the other radio stations. But you're just not K-Rock! Turn to K-Rock 92.3 FM! Ow!
Worn out from your long commute to your dead-end job? Then why not relax with the great taste of Paul Buck's coffee? Perfect for the Jedi cat lady on the go who just wants to unwind after a long day of saving the galaxy. Or staring off into space. Enjoy the delicious taste of Paul Buck's coffee. Now at both light and dark side roast. Delicious Paul Buck's coffee. Now available at Costco. Worn out from giving your most absolute minimal effort pretending to train to be a Jedi? Then it's time to unwind with delicious tasting Paul Buck's coffee. It's got that perfect blend, whether you're half-assing it lightsaber training or using the Force to grab another cup. Dear God, even their training involves drinking coffee. Who are they going to fight, Lord Starbuck? Enjoy the great taste of Paul Buck's coffee. Now available at Smith's, Costco, and other fine stores. If this is the best you can do, maybe the Empire should take over. Things will be a lot better. Tired of not feeling your best due to joint pain?
I don't have time for this.
Now with fast-acting Back-to-Teen Cream, you can kiss your sore joints goodbye. Whether you find yourself in a duel or just relaxing at the end of the day with a cup of Paul Buck's, you deserve to live pain-free. Back-to-Teen Medicated Cream, now available at Costco, CVS, and other fine stores. Yeah, I'm not an expert, but I haven't seen hand-to-hand combat this bad since Book Boba Fett.
At the bottom. That's what we're here for, guys, to win. That was no goal, you know? They was in the crease.
It's the Muppet Show with a very special guest star, Mr. Jack Black, Lizzo, Tim Meadows, Jen Cope. Really? Who the f*** is Jen Kober? Okay. Christopher Lloyd, and Amy Sedaris. Yay! And don't miss a special appearance next week by Jay and Silent Bob. Because why the f*** not at this point?
Please evaluate the show on its merits.
You are a meathead.
Please give it a chance. And so...
A meathead, dead from the neck up. Meathead.
Unknown caller. Spooky. Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. You like solving yourself a mystery?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
This here Black Shaggy. You made the one black guy a drug dealer and a stoner. You gonna die, bitch. Jinkies.
Let's assume they're high.
Oh, you gonna have some snarky comment, aren't you?
Yeah. It's code for adults who still watch cartoons.
Black Shaggy gonna kill your bitch ass.
Norville, guess what Daphne gave me?
Black Shaggy, no. Your fat, dumb bitch ass star without him.
We kissed, but it's not a big deal.
Your fat, dumb bitch ass was supposed to wait until Black Shaggy got there. Black Shaggy was gonna be the meat in that sandwich.
Guess what? The last place her cell phone pinged was Fred's house.
That motherfucker got a tiny dick. Black Shaggy, no. Black Shaggy watches the news.
In this day and age, you can't speculate about someone's sexuality.
When did this become about Tiny Dick Fred? Black Shaggy gonna call him TD from now on. TD, Tiny Dick. Not touchdown, Tiny Dick. That's right. Black Shaggy still got the equipment you need. We both know this is the only way your fat, dumb bitch ass is gonna get some. When you ready, you come see Black Shaggy. That's right. Dumb bitch.
How is my mom's disappearance related to your grandma?
Your mom's left because she hated your fat, dumb ass, bitch. These dumbass writers gotta make everybody connected to everybody else. Don't know nothing about characterization, know how. That's right.
Your mom's a high school principal married to a guidance counselor.
At least my parents are still married, bitch. Your pops is married to some dumbass waitress almost as dumb as you.
Ah! What the hell? Wait, I found a bag of salad.
What the fuck you doing? Good, something funny actually happened in this goddamn episode. About time, bitch.
We could take Daphne's mom's cop car to Spooner's to get food there. Unfortunately, I don't drive.
Your fat dumbass just wants an excuse to eat out the damn garbage again. You sick girl, you need some help. It ain't the kind of help that Black Shaggy can give you. That's right.
Oh, yuck. Ugh.
Hey, we all know your fat dumbass eat out the garbage. I'm just the one saying it.
Me?
That's right. Yo, check it out. Everybody's smoking that original Black Shaggy OG strain. They're getting nice and high. You know that, right? Black Shaggy gonna make some killer bank on this.
All our classmates are idiots or sheep, so let's assume they're high.
Fuck you, bitch. Of course they're high. You're high too. That's why you're in the garbage can looking for french fries. Dumb bitch.
Now, have you seen Daphne?
Oh, you finally come around to talk about that three-way. Black Shaggy like where this is going.
It took a while, but we're finally through the worst of it.
Every time you around, the po-po roll up on Black Shaggy. Dumb bitch. Alright, now this here Black Shaggy OnlyFans. Now there ain't no room on the internet for fat dumb bitches like yourself. Unless you're willing to do some girl. For that, we're gonna have to talk to Daphne or Gigi. Your hot friend Brenda dead. That don't help none. Get someone like Daphne or Gigi, they make you forget that your fat dumbass is on screen. Look at me when I'm talking to you, bitch.
I tried. Then I have to eat a whole pie to feel better, and I will die before I give that up.
Always figures. Your fat dumbass talk about food again. Even my pops call your ass dumb.
Really? Even though he's the one who basically taught you to be a beta?
My moms and pops still married, bitch. Not like your pops who married that dumbass waitress at the diner. Knocked her ass up. Your mom's was a senior when you was a freshman. How do you think Black Shaggy's OnlyFans got its start? I'll give you a hint. It's that little baby brother you're taking care of. Black Shaggy doing a public service helping couples put the spice back into marriage. That's right. Velma, your fat dumbass is supposed to find out if Daphne likes to go to Browntown or not.
I'm trying. This is the first chance I've had to focus. Thank God hot girls would rather be murdered than enter the band room.
I knew you was in the role playing, but now you got me in this stupid ass outfit. About time you admit to yourself you like the vag. Dumb bitch.
Norville, I didn't come out. I told you, I like Daphne, but also find Fred attractive.
You know Fred got a tiny dick.
But Daphne, our personalities just click. I can't explain it.
Black Shaggy can explain it. You want them titties just as much as Black Shaggy do. You can't say I blame you. Black Shaggy like them titties too. Daphne got herself some nice titties. That's right.
This is exactly the problem with this list. Men make everything about them and what they want.
That's right. And Black Shaggy want to perform some butt sex on Daphne.
Our whole lives, girls are told by guys there's a right way to be hot.
Yeah, it's giving up the back door. That'll make your ass a lot hotter, bitch.
But now because of this list, I have to validate everything I hate about men's ideas of beauty norms.
Bitch, just be glad someone interested in you. Your fat dumbass ain't gonna get none anyhow. That's right, Black Shaggy went there. That's right.
Hey everybody, how's it going to be NBC? How's it going to be NBC. NBC, I'm saying we got my famous book. We got the shit. We got Warner Wood. We got Rob Baldwin. WNBC, WFAN, Steve Summer, Rock Salzburg. How you doing? WNBC. I'm saying morning. How's everybody doing? I'm saying morning. WNBC. Why do I do Imus? If I'm a Howard Stern fan, why do I Imus impression? Because I really don't do a Howard Stern impression.
The Crank and Craig impression.
The Crank and Craig?
Yeah.
Hi, it's Crank and Craig in the morning. I don't know.
Jason Lee Tipton. Party on Demonize!
Yes, that too.
Party on Demonize!
All right, let's go to Cat Cam first of all. Okay, here we go. There's Cat Cam. There's one of them. Dim Sum. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? How you doing, sweetie? How are you? Yeah, you're on camera. Look.
Oh yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, and then we got Naranja. Hey buddy, how you doing down there? Naranja buddy. Look up, buddy. Look up. Naranja. Look up, buddy. Look up. Okay, there's two. What's up? Come up here. Look up. Buddy, look up. And we're going to go to Zabu. Zabu's right over here. If you don't want to be on camera. Yeah, but if you don't want to be on camera. And there's Zabu. Zabu, buddy. Zabu. Zabu, look, buddy. Look, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Hey, buddy, how you doing? Okay, well, there's... Check back in with Dim Sum. Hey, Dim Sum. Just because she's over here. Okay, there you go. Let's get her perspective. Let's see what she's looking at. This is what she's looking at. Okay. Dim Sum. All right, there you go. There's Cat Cam. We'll check back in with them later. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Golden Knights had their first loss, regular season loss. Sorry, I'll get used to the time change. The knuckles of heads had me up still at crack a butt crack. I don't feel well. It's all this high pressure, you know. It's all this high pressure in the air, so I don't feel well. So let's talk about what are we going to talk about? It's the last best, ultimate best, final best offer. This is the last best offer. This is the last best offer. Oh, Polygon saying the Marvel is a great reason to catch up on the MCU's most underrated show. Ms. Marvel is simply marvelous. Yeah, how much you getting for that, buddy? We'll talk a little bit about that. I didn't have a chance to do any future headlines. We'll catch up with those next week. So this is let me go right to the story here. The last best offer. No Monday meetings set, so it's take it or leave it. Sunday did not see a lot of action SAG AFTRA studios as the studios and the Actors Guild strike hit 115th day. The Guild is still reviewing the proposals. A well-positioned SAG AFTRA member tells Deadline. Following a brief virtual meeting with CEOs on Saturday, Guild leaders continued to look over the so-called last best and final offers studios put on the table. Friday. Guild brass, including National Executive Director, Chief Negotiator Duncan Crabtree Ireland, started their day around 10 a.m. going over the document that studio executives perhaps hyperbolically termed historic. There's a lot to digest here. A Guild insider told Deadline about SAG AFTRA's review of the studio's response proposals. This simply takes time to review and to respond. For now, there are no official meetings between the parties scheduled for Monday or later this week. Unsurprisingly, SAG AFTRA has pickets scheduled in front of the studios and offices in both Los Angeles and New York on Monday, as they have since the Guild went out, since the Guild went out on strike in mid-July. Monday actually sees the Guild turning the pickets into a little bit of a collectible fun. Oh, and they have their buttons here. Sunday also drew passionate declaration of support for Guild President Fran Drescher, who has been much attacked by a whisper campaign during the past few weeks, and the Guild itself, with member of Star Trek alum Zachary Quinto, telling her, "You are in a possibly difficult position right now, and you are bearing it with grace and dignity and power, and I am impressed by how you handled yourself and this negotiation every step of the way." The AMPTP, or as I call them, Armpit, is trying to capitalize on fatigue and harness pressure from the industry at large, agencies and studios especially, to break our resolve and have you and your incredible negotiating committee accept whatever it is they've thrown at us and say thank you, added the American Horror Story actor and frequent pickup line attendee. Their decision to use last, best, and final language in their most recent counterproposal tips their hand and shows that they're relying on intimidation and not fairness to bring the strike to an end. So Quinto expounded in a second post on Instagram via video, "We cannot accept a deal that doesn't protect us moving forward. We've got to hold strong. That is what a union is about. I will hit the picket line Monday," he continued. "I will hit that picket line as many more days as necessary to take care of ourselves and to take care of one another. I hope this deal is acceptable, but I'm not sure, and I hope that our leadership recognizes that, and I hope our leadership knows that we're behind them. We support them, we are grateful for them, we empower them to represent us fiercely for what we deserve," Quinto said. So there's the video. I'm not going to play it here. The past couple of weeks, the studios privately have been stressing the need for a completed deal by the end of October, beginning of November, to maintain a schedule in which TV 7 season is salvageable and the 2024 movie slate can move forward. In many ways, that calendar is subjective. And we all know if Hollywood got back to work, production could start up pretty quickly, especially with the writers finalizing their deal with the Armpit in late September. However, as always, this comes down to money. Several studios have earnings reports coming in the next week, with Wall Street very much on the lookout for weaker estimates going into next year. Paramount Global cited $60 million in strike idle costs this week, while Netflix began a fresh round of layoffs in its drama and overall deals department. The streamer, which currently counts $6.5 billion in free cash flow from the strikes, could see promptly in the new year that Netflix tries to catch up on lost production time during the strikes. Other companies forced to make cuts due to strikes include Amazon, Warner Brothers Discovery, Disney, ESPN, Paramount, Condé Nast, Spotify, Fifth Season, Vice, Lionsgate, and Roku. How long does this keep going? For certain, the dual strikes have turned the TV and film release schedule upside down next year, with as many as 9 empty weeks on the movie release calendar, sans wide releases from studios. With actors not permitted to promote their movies, studios have shifted big tentpoles off the calendar. In the U.S. box office has also taken a hit this past weekend, grossing $63.3 million, the 10th time this fall that the BO has failed to hit $100 million threshold. Studio sources wonder whether the gains made during the actor strike could ever make up for the greater loss weathered by the entire industry, especially for below-the-line workers who are burning through their savings to survive as the production stoppage continues. However, the actors are looking for fair compensation in the streaming era and AI protection that hasn't been doled out to them in an industry of change that has seen the number of series episodes dwindle and seasons as well. The double strikes saw California economy take a loss of $6.5 billion with 45,000 jobs lost. We heard there are some minorly bruised egos over the CEO's Zoom call on Saturday, but attorneys on both sides continued to talk thereafter. That CEO Zoom, in addition to the Gang of Four, NBC Universal, Donald Langley, Netflix's Ted Sarandos, Warner Bros. Discovery's David Zaslav, and Disney's Bob Iger also counted the attendance of Paramount CEO Brian Robbins, Disney Entertainment co-chairs Dana Walden and Alan Bergman, Amazon Studios Mike Hopkins and Jen Psaki, Sony Pictures Chairman Chair Tony Vinciquera, and Apple Studios Jamie Ehrlicht and Zach Van Amberg. The proposal put forth by the studios reportedly contains the highest wage increases for thespians in 40 years and a 100% raise in performance compensation bonuses for high-budget streaming series and films. In addition, there were so-called full AI protections in the offer, terms which went a long way to what SAG wanted, per an industry source Saturday. So we're waiting and seeing. Listen. I honestly, I'm not missing it. I'm not missing stuff a whole lot. I really am not. I'm not missing the scripted stuff a whole lot. They're gonna fill it with. They're gonna fill it with a lot of reality television. Probably get more Amazing Race, stuff like that. But really, I mean, one thing that's taught me is that it's not that essential. I got plenty of old movies I can catch up on. I got books. I got games. Hell, I love playing games for you guys. You know, it's hey, it's a pretty crowded landscape there, you know. You got a lot of stuff to choose from. We don't have to go back to the movies. We don't have to watch your stupid Netflix shows. You know, that's the other thing. We don't have to do any of that. So, yeah, I mean, the other thing too is, now let me listen. It's going to get settled eventually. And I would like to see the labor side come out on top. And you also have to remember there's a lot of people like carpenters, electricians, you know, that kind of stuff. Not directors so much, but, you know, production assistants, people who make a living off of this, all the technical people, set designers, film editors. You know, those people are the ones really being affected. Even like drivers, they have drivers that drive people back and forth to the set. So, yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go watch Get Back again. I don't care. I picked up a book, My Life in Hard Times by James Thurber. Yeah, I could read that. A lot of stuff you could be doing. I could go bowling. Yeah, I could go bowling. Screw it. It's $5.99. It's like $5.99 for a game, or whatever it is. How much does it cost to bowl a game? Let me see. How much does it cost to bowl? How much does it cost to bowl? Let me see what the cost is at the local alleys here. Bowling. Take the skinheads bowling. Take them bowling. Bowling rates. Before 6, Monday through special, midweek $3.25 per game. Open bowling rates $3.25. Weekend holidays $4. $4 per game. Shoe rental $4.50. I used to have shoes. Early bird special Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9, excluding holidays. $1 per game. $3.25 for 10 frames is not bad. You know. That's the thing, yeah. Hey, I can't even cheat anymore. You know, I can't even cheat bowling because they have automatic scorekeeping. My highest game ever was 158, and I think that's because I kept score wrong. Halfway to 300. So I used to have my own ball. I used to have my own bowling ball. Let me see. Hold on. What was it? It was a Brunswick. Bowling ball. Was it this one? It was, I think, this one. Yep, that's it. That's it. Brunswick Custom Ltd. This was like one of the last bowling balls made of rubber. Here it is. There you go. Yeah, that's the baby. I just have one of those. It was drilled from my hand and everything. Let me see. There's one review. Ball turns corners like nothing I've ever thrown. Hits like a train. Played anywhere I want. Lofting gutter crap. So, do they have them? I'd like to get my hands on one of them. Core. 3-piece. Yeah, cover stock rubber. One of the last rubber balls. And you know what? My brother Lou borrowed it. He went to the local bowling alley, got it mixed in with the alley balls, with the house balls. That was that. Bastard. Yeah. Like to get my hands back on it. So, Brunswick Custom Ltd. Brunswick bowling balls. I'm pretty sure I could get 15 pounder shopping. Yeah, 15 pounds. Pretty sure I could find one somewhere. Problem is getting it getting one that's not been drilled. That's the problem. It was, like I said, it was drilled from my hand and everything. Then somebody turned out and lost it. That's just makes me sad. It really does. It's not like it's the point. Oh, well, when's the last time? You know, my brother Mark would say, "Well, when was the last time we went bowling?" I'm like, that's not the point. It was mine. Yeah, I hate to just spend time complaining about my long lost bowling ball, but still, you know, hey, it was mine, man. Six-screen theater in Montana. I lived, but due to COVID, closed now to see movie theaters. Had to drive 15 miles. Oh, that's a bummer. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, look at it's kind of expensive, but you got New York Giants bowling balls. They're like $100. So, anyway. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's how we there you go. All right, so there you have it. They're still on strike. Doesn't look like they're going to be resolved. Yeah, I'm a bad bowler. I really am. I hurt my finger years ago. I used to work at a place that used to cut keys, and I cut my finger on the blade. And oh my God, it hurt so much. And then after about 6 weeks, I decided, okay, you know what? Let me go bowling. And the first throw, it felt like my finger had been ripped off of my hand. I think I invented a few new curse words that night. All right. So let's see. What else? Let's just talk about this a little bit. And for the people who aren't fans, just please bear with me. Because this is like TV news. This is TV. TV. It borders on TV news. In case you noticed, and according to, if you go by the ratings, you haven't. The World Series was on this past week. And it just so happens it was the lowest rated World Series in history. In the history of television, since they've been televising these things, the fewest amount of people have tuned in to watch the World Series. Huh? Well, yeah, it's not hockey. We know it's not hockey, but still, it's America's pastime. It's an actual pastime. You used to be able to just turn the game, just put the game on and get 40 million people watching this thing. Not anymore. Texas Rangers' victory over the Arizona Diamondbacks for their first championship on Wednesday night drew the largest audience of this World Series. However, it was not enough to prevent a 5-game series from being the least watched fall classic in recorded TV history. Nielsen and Fox Thursday, the World Series said the World Series averaged 9.11 million viewers, less than the 9.79 average of the 2020 series when the LA Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay Rays in 6 games. It was a 23% decline from last year's series when the Houston Astros beat the Philadelphia Phillies in 6 games and averaged 11.78 million. Wednesday night's game averaged 11.48 million on Fox, a jump of 3 million compared to Tuesday night. Its audience, the total audience across Fox, Fox Deportes, Fox streaming platforms was 11.64 million. It was the first audience over 10 million for this year's series. Monday night's game set a record for least watched World Series game on record at 8.13 million. Now I'm gonna get to what they should do in a minute. The audience peaked with 14.27 million viewers for the final 3 outs. Baseball and network executives figured this year's series might face a tough audience because 2 teams that don't have much national appeal. The expanded playoffs also meant it was a series matching the teams with 7th and 11th best records. Well, there's your problem. However, the Rangers, being the 9th champion since 2013 and 14 teams qualifying for the Fall Classic in the same span, does have some appeal for Fox executives. I think it's a good thing for the health of baseball to have new pennant winners and new champions, new teams playing in the World Series. You don't want it to be the same market and the same brands every year. Well, yeah, but that's when it was at its peak. Listen, you can complain all you want about the big market teams. When was baseball the healthiest? I'm going to get to that in a minute. When was baseball the healthiest? When the Yankees were winning. When the Yankees were winning, when the New York Yankees were the most dominant team in baseball through the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. That's when it was a national pastime. The New York Yankees were the Dallas Cowboys of baseball. And now baseball has done everything they have everything in their power to put an end to that. I admit it's difficult for ratings in the short term when you've got some brands. See, now they're thinking of brands paired up that really don't have traditional national boards. Bob Thompson, retired president of Fox Sports Networks, who runs his own consulting group, also saw scheduling in a short series factors in low audience. I think Friday Night Start probably is something baseball might want to look at. Yeah, Friday Night Start doesn't help. It is usually the poorest viewed night of the week. Then you had a couple games that were blowouts where people probably tuned out early. Whenever there's a chance for somebody to clinch, the numbers are usually high. The World Series also continues to outperform every entertainment program. This was the 8th straight year that has happened. It was the most watched event 4 of the 5 nights. The only thing that beat it was Monday Night Football, the Detroit Lions versus who beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Our 2 hopes and expectations are to beat everything in entertainment and to have a long series. We didn't really get a long series, but we did still beat everything in entertainment. As long as the series continues to do that, it will always be powerful in prime time. With the addition of the pitch clock and shorter games, ratings on regional sports networks were up 7% for the regular season, with 16 of the 29 U.S.-based teams showing improvement. National regular season ratings were up for Fox and Fox Sports 1 and TBS, but flat for ESPN. Okay, here's the thing. You need to develop, first of all, baseball doesn't have any stars. Baseball doesn't have anybody marketable. The problem with that is that salaries are so, huh?
You got fleas?
Yes, I got fleasies. The problem with that is that you have salaries are so high that you don't need baseball players to do commercials and raise their national profile to get bigger dollars. Oh my God, this is alligator in New York subway sewers? Oh wow, okay, that's that I gotta look up. No, New York sewer. They found an alligator in New York. Is this it? Oh, that's 2014. I have an animal. Apparently, it was a footage of an alligator. It was filmed last May. Alligator found in Brooklyn. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, here's one. Yeah, here we go. This might be it. This is old bush throwing this year was highlighted my day. Well, alligators go dormant in the winter. In cold weather, they tend to go dormant. Here, okay. Here's the other. Like I said, the problem is, like you said, you don't have these national teams anymore. Football's been building national teams. Basketball's been building national teams. Hockey's been trying to build national teams, and they've been doing it somewhat. Not as well as the other sports, but they've been trying everything they can to have parity, and you know what? It's actually impacted the game negatively. What they need to do is, okay, listen, here's the other thing you have to do. I know you want people with money to watch these things, okay? Older people watch, older people have money, but you know what?
You got to make the sport more kid friendly. You got to make the sport friendly for kids. There's no reason you can't have a World Series game start at 1 in the afternoon on a Saturday. Yeah, the networks want big audiences, want the big nighttime audience. But you know what? You got to think about, you're not going to get those big audiences when kids are in bed. It's not a great moments are not great moments at 1 a.m. So there's no reason why you can't start a World Series game on a Saturday at 1 p.m. Or it's say 3 p.m. The last World Series game to start in the afternoon was in 1987 when the Twins played. I remember that. Yeah. Well, no, kids aren't excluded, but you know what? It doesn't make the late start times and late run times don't make the game accessible for kids. Problem is Saturday in the fall, you have college football. Don't know how they would compete against that. Well, you're always going to butt up against something. NFL has proven the only way they get the super huge audience they want is to have Taylor Swift data player. College football has its own audience, though. That's the thing. Well, why can't a game start at 4 in the afternoon Eastern time or 6 p.m.? Even just start at 7 p.m. Start at 7 p.m. on the 7:05, right on the dot. Yeah, you can have do the. You want to do the big? Do you want to do the big spectacle? The introductions? Okay, yeah, all right, whatever. So, yeah. Start the games in the afternoon and work on getting the run times down, for God's sake. This pitch clock thing and the phantom runner in extra innings, that is.
Instead of scratching their balls and adjusting and stretching and warming up.
Well, the real problem here is not the pitch clock. It's the umpires need to take control of the game back. They need to take back the control of the game. Guy steps out of the batter's box. Where are you going? I didn't call time. Let's go. Come on. There we go. And they need to start calling strikes. Strike zones from the shoulder to the knee. Nobody calls a strike above the belt. So call strikes. Counts go 3-2, 2-2, 3-2. Every freaking batter, 3-2, 2-2, 3-2. And for God's sake, let's just cancel the All-Star game. It's pointless. The NBA, actually, the All-Star game. Let me just touch on that for a minute. The NBA they've been thinking about going to a USA versus the world format for the All-Star game. The All-Star game is completely pointless. It's idiotic. Jordan doesn't play. Jordan's gone. All the big stars are gone. Nobody has any drawing power. I can't stand All-Star games anymore.
I really can't. You know, it's become pointless. So there you go. Most pointless is the Pro Bowl. So there you go. So World Series needs to do some work to get some fans back. All right. So where are we? What else do we want to talk about? Let's talk. Listen, the Marvels. We're probably going to watch the Marvels, right?
I don't know.
It's well, as I call it, Captain Whammon and the Peoples. Wait, what? You All-Star Games USA versus the World? What Martin Warren thought about that? Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, he's they floated the idea of USA versus the world because everybody got a big boner when Germany, when the US lost in this World Championship that honestly most people didn't even know we were playing in until we lost. That's how pointless it was. Oh, well, the other countries play for pride. Yeah, you know, our guys play for money. Sorry. Hey, you know what? You're not. If you play in this, listen, Steph Curry didn't want to get hurt playing in this World Championship. Here's the thing. In other countries, it's pride. Listen, in the U.S., how it works is the NBA ensures the individual teams take out an insurance policy on their players. Okay, so that if they get hurt during the season, they get paid their salary and the team collects like $10, $20 million, whatever it is. Now, that insurance policy has to cover if they do any extracurricular activities. They play any unsanctioned tournaments or whatever. And if it doesn't cover them, then they don't play. So that's the big thing. And when Paul George got hurt in an exhibition game, he didn't even get hurt. He didn't even get hurt in a tournament game. He got hurt in a scrimmage. And then he was out for 3 months of the regular season. That gave a lot of guys pause. Say, hey, do I really want to risk getting injured? I don't think I do. If they can get themselves covered, they would. Yeah, they play for money, not the glory of sports. The time of Maurice Richard is long gone. Oh yeah, freaking Maurice Richard was a machinist. He was a machinist during the day, and he'd go play hockey at night. Back in the days when they would do that. Those guys had day jobs. Yeah, he was a machine operator in the off season. Yeah, it's like I said, it's no. Okay. Freaking Phil Rizzuto in the offseason, he sold men's suits. Shoeless Joe Jackson ran a liquor store in the offseason. Yeah, the days of the glories. That's listen, that's nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's nostalgic. Oh, the The glory days of, the guys play for the love of the game. You want to romanticize that? That's great, but that's not the reality we live in. And professional sports are a huge business now. Huge business. Yeah, Billy Martin did beer commercials to supplement his income. Billy Martin ran a store that sold cowboy boots. That was one of his business ventures. He sold cowboy boots. Yeah. He had a boot barn. Freaking, yeah. I forgot what Yogi Berra did. Very few guys just played baseball. Weird jobs. Baseball players had in 20s. Let me see. When ball players had off-season jobs. Let me see. Hold on. Three-Finger Brown. Mordecai Three-Finger Brown. He was a coal miner in the off-season. Christy Mathewson pumped gas. Walter Johnson dug post holes for the Idaho Telephone Company. Lefty Gomez removed sludge from refinery tanks at Union Oil. Pittsburgh Pirates Honus Wagner founded a circus with his brothers. Opting to avoid animals and rely on clowns and acrobats, the circus was a failure. Wagner went broke. John McGraw, the New York Giants, famous manager during his reign, won 10 pennants. McGraw was a vaudeville performer. Babe Ruth, he starred in silent movies. Yogi Berra was a hardware salesman for Sears. He was a waiter in an Italian restaurant in New Jersey. Brooklyn Dodgers, Carl Furillo ran a deli. Jackie Robinson worked for selling televisions. Don Newcomb sold whiskey in Newark. Roy Campanella owned a Harlem liquor store. Stan Musial, Willie Mays. Both worked, Musial sold Christmas trees in St. Louis, and Mays sold cars in San Francisco. Jim Bunning was an insurance salesman. Lou Brock ran a flower shop. Denny McClain, two-time Cy Young Award winner, was an organist. He actually played the girl from Ipanema on the Ed Sullivan Show, with Bob Gibson accompanying him on guitar. Richie Hebner, infielder for the Pirates. Family owned a cemetery and was a grave digger. Paid $35 per grave and kept the job for 30 years. It wasn't that long ago. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago that they in the 70s they didn't have to have off-season jobs. Mo Berg went to Japan off-season, spied in the job. Yeah. Pardon. Oh, yeah. No, I wonder what they would think. Yeah. It's funny. In Quebec, people from my mom's generation talk about Montreal Expos' former glory in 1964. Those thinking to revive this time period. There's always those rumors that Quebec is that Montreal is gonna get another team. Buddy, what's up? Yeah. So I wonder what Ted Williams, what kind of job did Ted Williams have? Off-season job.
Ted Williams. But Ted Williams was a pilot during the war, Navy Marine Corps pilot. What else did he do? What else? Ted Williams. What did Ted Williams do in the off season? Yeah, buddy. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to play commercial or something and feed Naranja. No mentions about how Steve Ditko's fans getting screwed about the new Spider-Man game. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. I saw that article. That's the only reason why they're gonna have Miles Morales take over, because the lawsuit still isn't settled, and they don't want to pay Steve Ditko's family. So listen, I wouldn't put it past Marvel and Disney to do that. Oh, we have a character that we need. What do you think the point of the Miles Morales game was in the first place? To test it and see if it would sell. And it sold well enough that they're going to say, okay, we're just going to replace Peter Parker. Let me play a commercial while I feed Naranja, okay? So let me feed that. Let me do that.
Feeling run down? Don't have the energy you used to? You want to put the zest back into your step? Then you need Super Mario Lizard Vitality. It's got everything you need to get your groove back. 100% guaranteed effective. Just look at what's done for me. And enter the code Universalist at checkout to get a free subspace shipping on your order. So don't delay. Get your 30-day supply for only $29.99 Quatloos. Don't be a tool of the Galactic World Order. Get yours now. Ah!
And I'm back. Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you. What is it about? Listen, they're never gonna Anubis. They are never gonna admit to that. But Miles Morales was created around the time the whole Siegel and Schuster lawsuit was happening at Warner Brothers, and this scared the hell out of Disney and Marvel. This really, because if they had a similar suit filed against them, you take a look at all the Spider-Man stuff on shelves. There is a ton of Spider-Man stuff on shelves. And you know what? They would have to cut Steve Ditko's family a pretty hefty check for all that. In 2021, there was a lawsuit. Marvel and Disney filed a suit against Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby's families, Roy Thomas's families. They filed a lawsuit. They want to get those characters back. They settled all of them except the one for Steve Ditko's family. Steve Ditko co-created Spider-Man. And you know what? I'm just a little bit disappointed that more people haven't caught on. This is the whole 25% different thing again. It's Spider-Man, but it's not the same Spider-Man. So we don't have to pay you. What do you think why do you think they've changed all these characters all at once? They literally changed all these characters all at once. And they went along with cheap, inexperienced artists who were more than willing to just go along to toe the line. And they defended their decision by saying diversity. Oh, it's diversity. We're doing this in the name of diversity. And you know what? I really am disappointed in more people that haven't put two and two together.
I really am. Just my hero Iron Man don't get the same treatment. Oh God, Riri Williams. I love Literature Devil's thing about Iron Man. About that. That's Freeman, isn't it? Freeman. But that's but you have these are characters that nobody wants, that nobody likes. They lucked out with Miles Morales. Now they're having a big push of Miles Morales. What if Miles Morales did everything? So, yeah. Listen, I'm not going to play this. I'm probably not going to play this new Spider-Man game. And from what I heard about what I read about the stand-in, the self-insert for Mary Jane, I don't want to play it. And now you pretty much permanently kind of soured me because I don't like Miles Morales, and they really are trying way too hard to sell him on people. They really are. They're trying way too hard. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I'm really disappointed by that, and I hope the truth does come out. I hope Steve Ditko's family. Listen, I hope they reach some sort of settlement. No, I don't want to play a game made by narcissistic people, women. Yeah, I can play the new RoboCop game. Is that on Steam? I don't know. I got to check to see if that's on Steam. The Steamer. Hold on. I got to sneeze. Yeah, I think this new Spider-Man game's selling well, and it's going to fall off a cliff eventually. So yeah, nothing wrong with Miles Morales, except I don't like him. I was there when they introduced the character as he's a little whiny little turd. I don't like this kid.
Same Spider-Man that we already got. Why do we need another one?
25% different Spider-Man. Spider-Man and his diverse friends. And just everybody just came up. Oh, they crossed the Spider-Verse. It's the greatest movie ever. This movie is terrible. Terrible. Peter Parker, whiny Gilrain. Oh, yeah. Well, it was his fault. His uncle died. So okay, so let's move on. We're gonna move on to the later in the show. Okay, do a little animal news again. No sad animal news. You got to have happy animal news. I think this is the story that Kermit Frog was talking about. Alligator found in Brooklyn's Prospect Park. Reptile rescued from the lake on Sundays. Most likely unwanted pet has been taken to Bronx Zoo for rehabilitation. Unusual scene from part of the country. A 4-foot alligator was rescued from the famed Prospect Lake in Brooklyn on Sunday. The itinerant crocodilian, most likely an unwanted pet, was in poor condition and described as sluggish by park officials. The local news station Pix 11 reported. WPIX. I know PIX. Authorities said the lethargic alligator must have been shocked by the cold. Parks are not suitable homes for animals not indigenous to those parks, domesticated or otherwise, spokesperson said. In addition to potential dangers to park goers, it could have caused releasing non-indigenous species. Unwanted pets can lead to elimination of native species and unhealthy water quality. Officials brought the alligator to the animal care centers, and it was subsequently taken to the Bronx Zoo for rehabilitation, the news station said. They believe the alligator was probably a pet who had been abandoned by its owner in the lake, according to reports. It is against the law to release animals into New York City parks, according to Pix 11.
City park rangers responded to approximately 500 reported animal conditions. Park goers expressed shock over the alligator's presence in the lake. What? An alligator? Okay. Oh my goodness. Vijay Jacob, a father of two, told the New York Post, "That's pretty terrifying since this part is a pretty kids-dominated section of the park." Another man who used the name Moses told the newspaper, "If I saw that gator, I would have kicked it back in the water." Moses also reportedly said, "We never expect to see something like that here. But man, I feel bad for it. It shouldn't be in the lake. Animals are like people, you know." Alligators go astray periodically in New York City. Authorities rescue a handful of gators each year, typically former pets that have been abandoned after having outgrown their cute phase. The New York Times reported. They are also among the most prominent New York urban legends, with the belief persisting they inhabit the metropolis's sewer system. However, this myth does appear to hold some truth. On the 9th of February 1935, a group of teens in East Harlem spied an alligator down a storm drain and then lassoed and hauled it up with a clothesline, the Times reported. The alligator nipped at the boys. They killed it with shovels. The incident resulted in the headline, "Alligator Found in Uptown Sewer." New York historian Michael Mischione told the newspapers how this might have bolstered the sewer alligator myth. The charm of the 1935 sighting was that it was discovered by young boys and was the talk of this working man's neighborhood in East Harlem during the Great Depression, Mischione said. So there you go. There's an alligator in New York. Alligators in New York. Who'd have thunk it? I think it's the same story. So there you go. And we also have other animal news. Animal news. Gotta have some of that animal news. Animal news. Gotta have more of that animal news. A possum crashed a college football game in Texas and became a viral star. There's the little beady-eyed bugger. A surprise guest at a college football game in Texas on Thursday became a viral celebrity overnight. And Opossum, whose name is unknown, ran across the field during the Texas Tech University's home game against Texas Christian University and quickly captivated the internet. Rodents of unusual size are showing up in Lubbock, a commenter on the Fox broadcast said, referring to a clip of the possum. He was not happy about being escorted out of the stadium, another commenter said. The possum was wrangled by the stadium authorities before reaching the 20-yard line. But that didn't stop it from becoming the talk of X. The animal, which appeared to be intensely displeased about its ejection from the game, is already establishing itself as a meme. Just 12 hours after its television debut. I need a drink of water. Free him, one user said in a post. He did nothing wrong. My dog, when I drag her away from a cigarette butt, she wanted to eat off the road. One user joked in response to the footage of the possum being dragged off the field. There's not a chance TCU wins this game now, another user wrote in a post. After the game, the possum appears to have received well-deserved pet from University President Lawrence Shavanek, according to a photo that circulated on social media. No disrespect towards TCU frogs. If you were in Lubbock last night, Jones AT&T Stadium was the place to be, Shavonik said in an email statement to NBC News. Can't blame the possum for wanting to be part of the action. Possums do eat frogs. And he may have heard there would be a lot of frog legs in the stadium. The animal's appearance turned out to be the harbinger of good luck for the Red Raiders, who defeated TCU 35-28. Even the official Texas Tech football account joined in on the fun. Pretty possum night, wouldn't y'all say? The account posted. So there's the...
It's Thursday night light.
So there's the thing there. Okay, Texas Tech. Let's see. Where's the possum? Okay, there's the highlights. Okay, and there's the end of the game.
Every win is 1,000.
All right, well, anyway. The Texas Tech football account encouraged fans to engage with the new good luck charm online, posting a photo of the marsupial with its teeth bared and claws digging into the turf. Caption it. Oh, there he goes. There he goes, that little bugger. There goes that little bugger. There he is. Yeah, it kind of looks like Zabu. So, well, let's bring up the video from Twitter. Okay, we're gonna stop sharing that, and we're gonna go to this one. Yeah, it kind of waddles like Zabu. There you go. Who's got the 20? Who's got the 15? Who's got the 10? Nice five. Hey, good, go, go, way. Oh, he's going to give a tough defense. But he will not be deterred. Yeah, little bugger. Yeah, so those the little possum, and he's okay. Fans rallied on social media to make the possum Texas Tech mascot. The team mascot, masked rider, was reportedly horseless for Thursday's game, even though the horse to stand in was unavailable. The school said on X, "We're an opossum school now." One fan responded. Okay, so the possum was the hit of the game. Yep, there's a new meme format now. Okay, so last thing, let's head. I unfortunately didn't have time to get together any future headlines. That will be coming to us next week, or maybe I'll share those on Twitter. Who knows? But now, let's go over Week 9 scores in the National Football League. Week 9 of your National Football League. Titans losing to the Steelers 20-16. Chiefs over the Dolphins 21-14. That was the Titans Steelers. That was your Thursday night game. Vikings over the Falcons 31-28. Saints over the Bears 24-17. The Packers over the Rams 20-3. The Washington group of diverse people collectively engaging in football-like activities over the Patriots, 20-17. The Ravens over the Seahawks, 37-3. The Texans over the Buccaneers, 39-37. The Browns beating the Cardinals, 27-zip. The Colts beating the Panthers, 27-13. The New York Football Giants losing in a heartbreaker to the Las Vegas Raiders, soon to be somewhere else, 30-6. In a complete rout. That was a terrible game, which I had the misfortune of watching. The Eagles over the Cowpokes, 28-23. The Bengals over the Bills in your late game, 24-18. Tomorrow night on ABC's Monday Night Football. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. ABC's Monday Night Football. The Los Angeles Chargers take on the New York Jets. Starting time 8:15 Eastern. 7:15 Pacific Central. 6:15 Mountain, and 5:15 Pacific. So there is your Week 9 NFL scores. Everyone, sorry I don't have any future headlines for you today. Let's check in one more time. Where are the kitties? Where's the kitties? Let's check in one more time with Cat Cam. Check in one more time with the Cat Cam. There is one of them. There's one, and there's a pair of feet down there. Naranja, buddy. Naranja. Naranja, buddy. There's Naranja. And, whoops. There is Dim Sum. Okay, there's Dim Sum. And there is behind the sink, there's Zabu catching some Z's. Okay, there you go. There's the cat cam. They're doing well. Everyone, thank you for joining me for a late naps. As always, no drinking. We'll catch you here next week. No drinking, no driving. We want to see you back here next week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a good rest of your evening, night, morning, tomorrow, whatever it is you're having. And as always, like I always say, we will catch you. When will we catch you? When will we catch you? We will catch you when? No. I told you when we will catch you. Mr. Shlomo. Yes, Mr. Shlomo. When are we catching him? Where is my music? Mr. Khan has not got to go and as Mr. Khan can say, Mr. Khan cannot go without saying hello. Yes, this is right. Don't forget, my stupid daughter's movie comes out. It is right. Hello, look at you, Mr. Woman and the people. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Mr. Woman and the people. When are you going to get tomorrow? Mr. Shlomo says the movie is going to bomb. Which is going to bomb harder, like a starting of this movie. They call this movie Fat Man or Little Boy. But yeah, she serves her right. She wants to be more like white woman. I can't have this. Shlomo, you have to talk to her. Talk some sense into her. I can't do anything, Mr. Khan. Oh, you have to talk some sense into her. Talking sense. She won't listen to me. No, but she looks up to you for some reason. I don't understand. I like this Shlomo man. He's a funny man. I say, he's a funny woman. You want to be funny woman. Look at me. I'm funny woman. And I'm dead now. Oh, yes. So, my daughter's movie comes out, and I have to remind you to watch it and say how horrible it is, Mr. Shlomo. What is they horrible? Well, Mr. Khan, I can't say how horrible. I haven't seen it yet. But you have to say how horrible it is. She wants to be a movie star. I told you, Kamala, you cannot be a movie star. You're a long way from Bollywood. Mr. Khan, I think you're getting confused. Don't tell me I'm confused. Okay? Look at me. Do I look confused? I do not look confused. Now, Mr. Shlomo, you have to go now. Okay? Everybody, have a good night. Have a good night, everyone. Mr. Khan going bye-bye, and so is the music. The great Mr. Khan stopping in to wish us a good night. Yes, and I've been canceled again. Everyone have a good night. Everyone have a good night. And from me, you, Meg, and Mr. Khan, and everybody else, and the kiddies. We'll catch you next time.